All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me make sure my right mic. Oh, right mic should be on now. Welcome in, everybody. We're gonna be shipping out some orders live. We got quite a few to go out. If you don't know, yesterday the post office was closed. I think most of you know that now. So we didn't ship out any orders yesterday. So we not only have orders from yesterday, but the day before as well. So we have a good amount going out today for a middle of the work week day. Let me see how many we have. Also, if you're watching this, I don't know how many are left. If you're watching on replay, because you're not going to get one before they're sold out. But Trisha's hangers are available right now. So if you need a Trisha hanger, Facebook or Instagram have the spot to go to where to find them. But they're almost sold out. She put up 21. I think it was like 30 minutes ago. I posted about it, and they're almost all sold out. So if you need a hanger, you got to be quick because they are almost gone again. 21 hangers in a very, very short period of time. What's up, Juliet? What's up, Dora? Welcome in. But yeah, go grab your hanger if you want one. Again, Instagram. If you go to my Instagram stories, that's the easiest way to find out where it is. Let me slide you guys over so I can read the screen too. There we go. Now everything's all set up. I also have to open up Shippo while we're doing this. Hopefully you guys had a good couple days in sales too. Yesterday was pretty good. It was a consistent day. I did end up listing 20 items last night, so that helped sales last night into today. Get some sales coming in, so appreciate everybody hopping in. Let me just sign in while we're having some people hop in into Shippo. So I have this already all set up. There we go. And then I just need Nifty opened. All right, let's see. Analytics. All right, we're all set. We got some good stuff today. We have not only clothing, but if you guys have been noticing over the last couple days, I've been picking up last couple weeks, I've been picking up some shoes. So we actually have some shoe sales to go over today too. How's Busch Gardens? Busch Gardens was good. It was fun. Took Sissy there yesterday for her birthday. Today's actually her official birthday. But we went there yesterday because the kids had off school for Veterans Day. So it was fun. It was cold though. Yesterday it was super duper cold here in Florida. So that's why I got my beanie on today. Beanie and a t-shirt kind of day. It's like warming up a little bit, but it's still cold out here. It's cold enough to try to keep my head warm. So I think it's better to post all items at the same time or scatter them throughout the day. I really don't think it matters. I do sometimes I schedule all 20 to go live at the same time. Other times I'll list 10 in the morning and then I'll get to doing something else and I'll list the other 10 at night. I don't really think it matters. Like a Kayla hair stuck to my head. I don't really think it matters. Just consistently list. That's all it's about. I used to work there. Nice. You used to work at Busch Gardens. Nice. Must be fun and miserable all at the same time to work at a place like that. Because some days it's probably really fun, but other days when it's packed, it's gotta be miserable. County Fair this evening. I'm not looking forward to bundling up. Oh yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. Tonight's not gonna be as bad, I think, as last night was, but it's cold outside. All right, let's get started. We got some Posh orders to go out first. I think we have only Posh. I don't think we have any Depop. Let me see really quick. Kayla pulled all these for me. Yeah, only Posh and the Bay today. We don't have any other orders going out on any other platforms. The other two were pretty slow. You look funky as always. Kit Kat. What's up, Kit Kat? Guess who's... Oh, man. Kit Kat's back. Uh-oh. That's not good news, chat. That's bad news. Let's start out with some Vineyard Vines men's pants. Let me find out where these are. There they are. Vineyard Vines men's pants. These are just corduroy basic Vineyard Vines pants. Nothing too crazy about these. I always buy these for like $4 or $5 if I find them at thrifts, especially the corduroys, especially this time of year. I took a best offer on these of 22 doll hairs. What's the best-selling brands you find often? My top-selling brand this year, last year, has been Ralph Lauren. That's my top-selling brand. Also, be very, very careful buying Ralph Lauren nowadays. I just saw plastered all over TikTok. There are these creators that are pushing these fake Ralph Lauren Polo Bear sweaters. The tags are dead giveaways that they are inauthentic. So please be careful when you're out thrifting, because I can only imagine how many of these are going to end up at thrift stores, and you're going to go and think you're going to get a really good deal. You're going to pay up for it because it's that red, white, and blue, but it's a Polo Bear sweater. You're super excited. It's wool and cashmere. That's what the tag says, and they end up being 100% acrylic. They're complete fakes. Just be very, very careful. I know what Ralph Lauren is going to... Ralph Lauren doesn't play, by the way. So all these creators that are pushing them, if you're pushing an inauthentic product, I just hope you understand that you can be held liable for pushing an inauthentic product. You're basically telling people to buy this piece. And Ralph Lauren doesn't play about that. So good luck to those creators if Ralph actually comes after them. Good old Ralph does not play when it comes to his pieces. So yes, go watch. They're all over TikTok. I was scrolling yesterday and it was like every like third post was these people pushing these polar bear sweaters. I was like, oh man. It's one thing I don't like about TikTok is they don't have any rules or regulation when it comes to that. So yeah, they don't mess around with brand integrity. So good luck to those creators. I felt like messaging one of them being like, hey, I was like, nope, I'm going to let them figure it out. They're going to figure it out themselves. All right, next sale is a pair of Nike Vapor Max. These are really good, obviously, to look out for. These used to sell for way more back in the day. Used to be able to get like 100 to 120 pretty easy every single time in pre-owned condition. Market kind of went down on these, but they still hold their value pretty well. Sold for 65 bucks. So nice little Nike Vapor Max. I paid, I believe it was half off this price, so I paid $22.50. Shoes are one thing I don't mind paying up for because if I get the right shoes, I know they're going to sell. And these required almost no cleaning. That was the best part about these. 65 bucks, what they sold for. Nice little sale. And by the way, I do put shoes in a bag. I know a lot of people are going to be like, I put shoes in boxes only. I don't care. They're going in bags. This is how Mr. Ethan Banks ships it. Yes, I am covering my receding hairline. You know that, Kit Kat. I got to cover it. I can't let the people see. I can't let them see what I got. And the neck beard, yeah. Somebody mentioned that the other day. Neck beard. It's no shave November. But I'm not going to shave. I'm going to give myself that excuse that I don't have to shave this month. No shave November. Hi, Kaylor. That's what Trisha said. What's up, everybody? So you can tell they're real, but not by the tags. Yes, the tags are a dead giveaway. Oh, I got live restriction already. I don't care about TikTok. Yeah, you can tell they're dead giveaway by the tag, the actual tag. Somebody actually sent me yesterday. I'm not going to say who it is, but they watch the lives all the time. There has been inauthentic Ralph Lauren on Whatnot too. This duo, this dumb teenage duo selling Polo Bear t-shirts. If you ever see Polo Bear t-shirts and people are running them for a $10 start and they're only selling for 13, 14 bucks, those are fakes. You can't get Polo Bear t-shirts even wholesale that cheap. It's almost impossible. Ralph Lauren doesn't do wholesale that cheap. So just be very cautious. This person bought 3 of them for 40 bucks a piece, or 40 bucks altogether for all 3. It's a dead giveaway that they're fakes. And then they sent me the tag. The tag underneath the actual size says classic fit, and it was lopsided. It's like a little bit lopsided, and the font was way off. And that's how you tell. So be very careful, even on Whatnot now. I've reported that duo like 3 times. Whatnot hasn't done anything about it. I think people just are enjoying getting Ralph Lauren fakes for, super cheap. But man, it's so bad for people like me selling Ralph Lauren, right?
Did you know this was new?
What is it?
Arc'teryx?
No, I
got it?
What?
Did you know that?
No. I got this off a new rack. Holy cow. I love surprises. Well, Arc'teryx, I did pay up for this. I paid 30 bucks for it. But Kayla just saw that this Arc'teryx is new with tags. So that might have to go on eBay. Yeah, might have to go on eBay. Nice. I like little surprises like that. I had no clue it was new with tags. Nice. Restricted for what? I don't. It just, if I say eBay, if I say Poshmark, if I say Mercari, it's weird. I feel like my account is flagged way more than other people's account. Like Surfskin went on live and he said all the same words I've said, and he takes a lot longer till he gets restricted. I get restricted like almost immediately on TikTok, so it's really annoying. I might have somebody reporting my lives though. Somebody might just be coming in and immediately when I go live, they just automatically report. That might be happening. Because I feel like I get restricted way too freaking fast. There's no way they catch it that fast, right? No way. Anyways, Ralph Lauren Blake orange shirt, 7206. This one sold for 20 bucks, a little basic Ralph Lauren piece, authentic Ralph Lauren piece. Sold for 20 bucks. Bread and butter sale. Pick these up for 4 to 5, sell them for 20. Do that all day. In regards to photos, do you feel most buyers look at items that are actual photos instead of stock photos? I don't know if they look at them more, but I will say this. If you're using stock photos at any time, your listings can be pulled because the brand that paid for those stock photos are allowed to pull down your listing. Stock photos are something you're not really supposed to use, so that's why I choose not to use them because I don't want to have random listings get pulled down at random times because I'm using somebody else's stock photos. So that's what I'll say. Cry me a river. Stock photos are a no-no, yeah. Not supposed to use stock photos. I never use them. I mean, people on Posh get away with them all the time. I feel like for certain brands and certain styles and certain things like women's clothing, it probably does help them sell because they can see it fit on a model. But what you can do is if you really want to use a model, there's a lot of AI services now. For example, Photo Room will allow you to put your image on an actual model. It'll use the image that you give it and it'll put it on a model. Whether that fit looks correct or not, I don't really know, but at least you can show the buyer exactly how it looks on body. So if you want to try model images, I would rather create your own. So by the way, Trisha's hangers is available right now. I know people are just hopping in. Everybody asks me about them. I get DMs about them like all day, every day. She has only a few left. I think there's only like 2 left. So if you want a Trisha hanger, Facebook or Instagram right now, easiest way is go to my Instagram stories and type claim on the actual story with her hanger. You'll get a direct checkout link to purchase one and you'll reserve it for 15 minutes. But there's only like 2 left. So only 2 left. Next up, we got a Marmot jacket. Good time of year to be selling these. Got a lot of jackets that sold this weekend. Marmot down jacket. I probably could have waited for a little bit more for this, but I just wanted to move it because our jacket rack is pretty stuffed full. It's a full down Marmot jacket. It's a lady size small. This one sold for 55 bucks over on Poshmark. So nice sale, little Posh order. And this one is gonna go, do we have a big bag? You wanna put this in a big bag for me? One of the gigantic, I don't know where you put them. Because that's definitely gonna have to go into a big bag. We're gonna put this in a big bag and ship it out. You're going to Disney? Kit Kat's going to Disney. Kit Kat's in the chat.
Weather, so.
We were just talking about you the other day, Kit Kat, me and Kayla. We're like, where's Kit Kat been? I actually brought your name up, Kit Kat. I know that's rare. I shouldn't do that.
I was concerned for you, Kit Kat.
I was concerned. I was like, where's Kit Kat? She's gone. All right, I'm gonna put this into a bag like this. I'm gonna pop it on the side a little bit so I can let some of the air out because otherwise there's too much air in here. And then I'm gonna put this into a big poly bag. One of these bad boys. And then I'm just gonna seal it up, ship it out, easy peasy. So you did miss me. No, I was just wondering. I was like, is she still alive? Is she still alive? That's what I asked Kayla. Kayla's like, I don't know. She's probably still alive somewhere. She's probably in somebody else's chat annoying them. Lost 98 pounds and I'm looking fine. That's what I've been doing. Oh, got you. Okay. She's lost 98 pounds.
What's your secret? I need to know.
Yeah, Kayla said, what's your secret? What's your rule of thumb for lowering price? For example, 10% every 30 days. I don't really do the lower price method. If I was going to, I would use Nifty to do that. Nifty would automatically discount my item when it relisted by, let's say, 10% every 30 days. But what I usually do is if stuff sits for a while, I'll just pull it and we'll do like a whatnot. Like we're doing a clear out whatnot show this weekend. It's not going to be so much like clear out stuff. Like we had a whole bunch of jackets and stuff underneath the desk that we just want to move really quick. So we'll probably do that this weekend. We might throw up in a couple pieces that have been sitting for a little bit too and do like dollar starts. So that's the way we clear it out. We clear it out on whatnot if we're going to move anything like that. Hugs from your favorite. You got hugs from her. AI changes the look of the item though. Yes, AI does change the look of the item. I never suggest using AI. I always suggest just taking your photos like how we take them. We take a cover photo. We don't use any AI at all. The only time we'll use background removal is if we're listing a tie and I list them in the light box. I haven't actually listed ties in this new light box. So I might not have to do this. But sometimes with ties, I like to do the background removal and add a shadow and it just makes the item, the tie pop. But other than that, I never use AI. Ever, ever, ever. Kit Kat's going to Disney. She didn't tell me. She just said it in the chat over on TikTok. Trisha, you better go get her. You better go get her. All right, next sale is a pair of Asics. Again, picking up some more shoes, which is good. Shoes are starting to sell. A pair of Asics. These are women's. If you saw my video recently, I went to Goodwill. I picked up like 4 pairs of shoes. This one obviously sold pretty quick. These are a good model to look out for. And they were a good size too. They were women's size 10, which is a bigger size, which is a little bit harder to find. These sold for 50 bucks. Nice little sale. 50 bucks, and I think I paid 13 for them at Goodwill, if I can remember correctly. Actually, I'm gonna use a big bag for these too. I'm gonna use a big bag for these too. I'm gonna throw these right in a big bag. I text her. Okay, you text her. You text her. You be mad at her too when you text her. Tell her that she didn't message you and you're highly upset. Yell at her a little bit. All right. I'm gonna fold this over. I'm trying to make this package as small as I can, so that way there's less of a chance of it getting torn up in shipment. Just like that. Sound like Charlie Brown teacher? Wah, wah, wah. I do. I got like a monotone voice today because my voice like was going out a little bit. It's coming back. It's going out. It's because the kids. Kids keep getting me sick. All right, that one's shipped. As you can see, I just throw the shoes right in a poly bag like this, ship it out. Easy peasy. Don't have to overcomplicate it. I'm not throwing those in a box. I'm gonna throw those in a bag like that. Were those big clear bags? I'm gonna need another one of those in a second. Last Posh sale is, the brand is Athena Designs. This is an Irish pure wool sweater. Always look out for these heavy, thick knit, like fisherman knit sweaters that are made in Ireland and they're pure wool. Usually these are a pickup, especially just the design of them, just the actual pattern is what people look for, not so much the brand. This one sold for, give me a second. This one sold for 50 bucks. 50 bucks is what that one went for. I'm missing the Cult of Individuality jeans. I'll have to print that out. You missed it. Here, I'll grab it in a second. This one's just gonna go in a bag, ship out the same way, easy peasy. But yeah, these thick, like fisherman knit sweaters, the really thick pattern ones, they usually sell really, really well. Yeah, I need a big boy. Look at you making a mess. Look at you. What's up, Rivet? Welcome in. Should be a whole pack of them down there. There they are. I know that. Is that them? Really thick. That's what I need. That should be good. All right. I'm gonna throw this in here again. I buy a good amount of different size poly bags. I used to only buy one size poly bag, but now that we're selling a lot on Whatnot, this makes it super easy to ship out Whatnot orders, to throw a bunch of these in and just throw them in a box. Also helps when shipping big jackets too. Want to add a third platform to sell. Would you do Depop or Mercari? Myself, I would do Depop. Myself, for what I sell and my results, I don't sell very much on Mercari at all. Like in the last 90 days, I probably sold 10 items on Mercari, and I probably sold 50 on Depop. So they're not going to make you rich, either of those platforms, but Mercari is, both of them are easy to add, especially if you're using Nifty. So Mercari has been dead for a long time. Yeah, Mercari for me is dead. Some other people in the chat, we were doing by the way, if you missed it, me and Surfs did a live together, store review, so go watch it if you want to go watch it. It's on Facebook and YouTube, the replay. But we had a lot of people in the chat actually saying they're doing good on Mercari, which I find really, really surprising, because everything I list on eBay, I list on all the other platforms, and Mercari has been completely dead. They're really trying to revive it too. They're trying to do all kinds of different things to get people to buy on it, but it's not working. You ever resell Fashion Nova Wins Clothing with luck? No. Fashion Nova is a fast fashion brand. Usually when you have a fast fashion brand, it has no resale value because they just keep producing it, keep producing so much of it. So you want to try to stay away from those. What cross list do you use? I use Nifty. If you go to my link tree in my bio, if you're watching this on any platform, you can do this. Go to my link tree in my bio. There's a 7-day free trial, and if you decide you want to go with it, you save 15% on your first month. Highly, highly suggest Nifty. Highly, highly suggest Nifty. It cross-lists, sends out offers, it shares your Poshmark closet, it delists sold inventory, it delists, relist inventory to keep your listings fresh. It does all that via the cloud, so you don't have to have your computer on or anything like that. You can cross those super easy. You can use AI tools to create your listings for you. That's how I create all my listings now. Yeah, it does all that. So say hi to beautiful Kayla. I miss her. That's what Kit Kat said. You don't have to say hi back though. Hey, Kit Kat. I lower price cross listing to Mercari, and it's still slow. Yeah, Mercari's just been dead. Mercari's bad. Depop, no one ever pays. Yeah, I'm actually trying to get a meeting with Depop. They reached back out. They want to do something else coming up pretty soon. I can't tell you the details, but it's actually pretty cool what they're wanting to do. But I want to try to get in some of their ears and tell them, like, look, you have to have a program that accepts offers automatically. It has to happen. Like, it has to happen. So hopefully soon. Hopefully I'll be able to get that meeting and kind of talk some sense into them. Also, I'm trying to get them to do a live with me. So like some of the big wigs at Depop, maybe hop on a live, and then you guys can ask them questions about Depop. And then I'm sure that most of those things are going to be like, hey, when's automatic payment going to come? Hey, when's automatic? I want them to see how many sellers want the automatic payout in the chat, so they can be like, oh man, everybody wants this, and they'll be like, okay, we need to implement this. So I got an email I got to read from them after today's live, and I think they want to do something and set something up. I'm gonna have a conversation with them first, and I'm gonna be like, hey, you guys should really consider like coming on live and seeing what everybody wants from you guys. So yeah, hopefully that happens. What happens if you end trial for Nifty? You have 7-day free trial. It's a limited free trial. You can do a couple things on it. You can't cross-list your whole inventory. They're not going to let you do that. But once you see it, if you don't like it, nothing happens. That trial just ends. If you do like it, then you can pick whatever plan you want. And you save 15% on your first month. I think most cross-listers do the same thing. At what point should a new seller get a cross-lister? When you want to move your inventory, if you have a bunch of inventory already listed, you want to move it to other platforms, that's when you should. I would say when you have consistent income too. So you already have a consistent income coming in, and adding a cross-lister will just help that income, because now you're being able to move your items to multiple platforms and get those sales from multiple platforms. So if you're just starting out, I would say cross-listing isn't for you. Learn and master one platform at a time. Move your stuff to another platform manually. And then once you get to that point, everything's rocking and rolling, and you want to move to more platforms, that's when you should probably get a cross-lister. But I've sold 5 items this week. Holy cow, that's weird. I've sold like 1. It's so slow over there. Haven't seen your shows in years. Decided to get back into reselling and pull your stuff up again and followed you on Whatnot. Let's go. I got a Whatnot show tomorrow night, by the way. If you guys don't know, Thursday night. I'm probably going to cancel the Friday night show to get prepared for the Saturday night show this week. So we're just going to probably do a Thursday and a Saturday, and I'm going to move the Friday show to Black Friday, because I want to keep those bookmarks and move it to Black Friday. And we're actually considering doing 2 shows on Black Friday, doing an afternoon show and a nighttime show, and it'll be stacked full of like really good stuff. So yeah, give me a follow, because you guys are about to see some craziness. So Depop was like Poshmark, it'll be good. Yeah, if Depop had the same thing that Poshmark had when they accepted offers, every once in a while a payment will fail, but if most of the time payments went through, Depop would probably actually be my second platform, number 2 above Poshmark, because that's how many offers I get there every day. But I noticed recently, I've been looking at the people who've been offering, it's all people with 0 feedback. They haven't done anything on their account. They have 0 feedback, they have 0 purchases, and they're just coming in and making offers and then not paying. So I wonder if these people even know that when you make an offer, it doesn't automatically charge your card, because they're so used to other platforms doing it. So I think that's probably an issue too. At least Depop is trying. Mercari just gave up. Yeah, facts. I think a lot of people quit buying on Mercari when they changed their fee structure. Yep, they changed back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it confused everybody, buyers and sellers alike. So what is that?
2XL down like that I don't remember finding at all.
We got some good stuff for Thursday's show. Like, she just pulled out a down North Face jacket. We're just going to move it on that show. So Thursday's going to be a good one. That's all I got to say. If you guys want some jackets and stuff, come to Thursday's show. So 130 items on eBay. Let's go. Nice. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate all the questions too. Feel free to keep dropping them. We got one more Poshmark order to ship. I got to find it though, because we didn't print out the label. Let me see. Hold on. There it is. Cult of Individuality jeans. These are good. 7070 is the... give me 1 second. Okay. 7070. I just picked these up. We just listed these like a couple days ago. The brand is Cult of Individuality. You can see it right there on the back of the tag. It's also on the inside of the tag. Very, very prominent too. These I did pay up for. I think I paid $15 for these at the thrift store, but they sold in just 7 days. That's how long they were listed for. 7 days, sold for $65. Really good, like all over, like almost like a, they're acid wash, almost like tie-dye jeans. But these are known as like a streetwear brand. They retail for like over $200, so finding them pre-owned, I knew these were going to be a grab at 15, and like I said, 7 days after I picked them up, sold for 65 bucks. Nice little sale, nice little thrift find right there. When we start reselling, should we try Whatnot or wait till we've been selling on eBay for a while? You can try Whatnot if you want. To be honest, if I were giving the best advice, I would say sell on eBay first. Figure out the brands that are selling well on eBay, because those will translate over to Whatnot. If you just start trying to sell on Whatnot, I think you could do it, but it's probably gonna be a lot harder for you. Also, shipping's gonna be harder. If you take that time to learn on eBay, then moving over to Whatnot will be an easy transition. Found 3 untucked long sleeves. Should I list individually as a lot? I list everything individually, but you could list those as in a lot if they're all the same size, and just list them a little under market. So usually I sell my untuckets for $22.99 to $24.99 plus ship. So if I found 3, let's say if I paid $5 a piece, you could lot them all together and sell them for 60 bucks. I bet they move really, really quick at that price. I like to start selling clothes on Whatnot, but my average cost per item is $6 from thrifted. From thrifted basics, is it worth to sell on Whatnot at this cost? Sure. You can start your auctions at $10 or start your auctions at $15, and you automatically make a profit every single time you make a sale. Don't just start your stuff at $1, because if you start your stuff at $1, you don't have a crowd. You sell it for $2, you're going to lose money. So instead, do the opposite method and sell it for what you're comfortable with selling it for. If you're comfortable with $10, you make a little profit. You don't have to list the items. You're just holding them up. You're cool with that. Do your $10 starts. Do you have trouble with eBay buyers canceling their orders? In the last month, I probably had more than I usually have, but only like 2. I went like a stretch there for like a whole year without a cancellation at all. Like somebody didn't order something and cancel it, but then I had a couple back-to-back ones. So yeah, I've had it happen, but it doesn't happen very often. I pick up packages while I'm on vacation, so I'll still buy on Whatnot. There you go, nice. When it's fun, just don't expect eBay prices for the fast turnarounds and the fun time to do it. Yes, that's what you should. You should have the mentality of fast nickel instead of slow dime. You're basically turning $6 into 15. Let's say you do $15 starts. You don't have to list that stuff, which is great. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. Like when we run on Whatnot, I don't list any of that stuff. I just hold it up, show the item, run it, next item, boom, boom, and you're saving time doing that. So yes, you're not getting full price, but you're also saving time and moving more volume. So you got to think of it that way. That's the way I think of it. All right, next up. Yeah, TikTok is dead because TikTok bananaed me from the For You page. I'm not doing the TikTok thing again. I'm not going back and forth between trying to figure out how to get it to pop off again. I'm not doing it. Anyways, Ralph Lauren shirt, men's Ralph Lauren shirt, size 2XLT, good plaid color, and this one was brand new with tags. You can't see the tags, you can see the little sticky tag right there though. Picked this up at the thrift store. I forget what I paid. I think I paid 15 bucks for this, and it sold for $54.99 plus shipping. Nice little sale right there. Little Ralph Lauren plaid shirt. Slide that in, ship it out. I'm going to use Shippo to get this shipping label. My little Shippo ad for the day. If you haven't tried Shippo, give it a try. It's free to use, free to sign up. You can ship 30 items per month on Shippo, and your rates will always be the same, if not more discounted than eBay rates. So give it a try. It's free. It's free to try. Oh, I forgot the number on this one. What is the number on this one? 5967. Got to find the right one in here. There it is right there. And I'll show you an example after this one of like an order where you're going to save money on Shippo. So that way I can convince you to sign up, because you should. And then if you sign up with my code after you spend $25, you get $25 of free credit. So if anything, just use it to get that free $25. Shippo's shipping this out for $5.09. Use hashtags on Depop. The only hashtags I'll ever use is if I'm using Nifty. When I use Nifty to create the listings, if Nifty uses hashtags, then I'll do it. If not, I don't put hashtags on Depop. I don't go through the time to like figure out the best hashtags for stuff. I just want to get my stuff listed. You ship sneakers in a box or a bag? Angelica, you missed it. I actually shipped out 2 sneakers today. Both of them went into a bag. Both of them, like in this bag right here, there's a pair of sneakers in here. So I just put them in a bag. I use a big bag on this one. I use a small bag on the other pair. I think if you're shipping out athletic shoes, you shouldn't be afraid for them to go into a bag, because if they get destroyed in the bag, they were going to get destroyed when the person put them on their feet. So yeah, I don't use a box. I will use a box for boots though. What are your top 5 brands you pick up and sell? Hold on. Top 5 brands this year, I can show you on screen what they are, because I use Nifty. Nifty gives me all that all that details. Let's do this year 2025. Here's Nifty. You're asking for the top 5 brands. Those are my top 5 brands right there and how much I've sold in each one of those brands. Ralph Lauren and Polo Ralph Lauren technically are the same brand, but they're 2 offshoots of Ralph Lauren. So Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, Brooks Brothers, Untuckit, Tommy Bahama. That brands list is not a brands list that makes your eyes pop. It's not like, holy cow, you're selling the best brands. Those are bread and butter brands, and that's why I tell people to pick up bread and butter, because bread and butter is what's going to fill your store. It's what you're going to give yourself a good turnover rate, because you're picking up stuff that is lower margin but easier for the buyer to think about and buy. Instead of buying a $100 shirt, they're buying a $22 shirt. So that's why I preach to pick them up. Top 5 brands: Ralph Lauren, Polo Ralph Lauren, Brooks Brothers, Untuckit, Tommy Bahama. Basic bread and butter pieces. I saw another reseller talking about the new changes happening eBay. Are you aware of the new changes coming to eBay? Yes. Am I concerned? No. I'm never concerned, because we're at the mercy of all platforms when you sell on them. So whatever they want to do, they can do. What I will do is I will play it by ear and I will adjust my costs. Rally Roots just did 2 really good videos about this. So you guys should go watch that video if you haven't watched Rally Roots last 2 videos. They did a really good job explaining it, about the new promoted listings changes. And I agree exactly with Ryan said. It's actually what he said in his video is what I said like a week ago in one of my lives, like almost word for word, exactly what I said. eBay is charging us more in fees, but not giving us anything in return. It is a huge money grab. Not only that, he's actually done some research and talked to some people in Australia who have already been hit with these fees. If you don't know, they've already been testing these fees out in other markets, and now they're bringing them to the US. And he talked with somebody in Australia, one of his buddies who does a lot of sales in Australia, and they've already been hit with the fees, and they've gave stats like what the difference is between their old promoted and what they paid and their new promoted. And everybody thought people were fear mongering when they said like almost 100% of your sales will come from promoted. In Australia, the person he talked to, that's exactly what happened. 100% of his sales in one of his stores went promoted. So it just tells you exactly what they're trying to do. And they're not selling anymore. So they're getting hit with more fees and they're not selling anymore. So what I would do is on January 13th through like the end of January, just look at your fees and look how much you're selling. If you're getting hit with more fees and you can't handle that with your business, then drop your promoted fee or drop your promoted altogether and just don't use promoted. I will say this, I think eBay knows exactly what they're doing. I think they're going to keep the promoted. They're not going to listen to sellers, because what's going to happen is in January, sellers are going to drop their fees, right? A whole bunch of them are going to drop. And then a whole bunch of people are going to be like, no, I'm actually going to keep my fees. What's going to happen is the people who keep their fees will have less competition, or people who keep promoted will have less competition. Therefore, their sales will increase drastically. All these people, their sales will tank. And then what will happen is all the people that are having really good sales will tell everybody, hey, I'm still having really good sales. I'm promoting. If you're not promoting, maybe that's why. And then all of these people will start promoting again, and it'll all even back out. And then eBay will just make more money in the long run. I think that's exactly what eBay's plan is. They understand that if they just hold out and they wait 2 or 3 months, people are going to be desperate for sales again, especially during summer slowdown, and they're just going to promote all over again. And everybody's going to be hit with fees, and we're going to go to everybody's getting charged like 20% fees. So, and then what eBay should probably do after that is, once everybody's comfortable paying 20% fees, drop the promoted altogether and just charge everybody 20% in fees. that's the end game. Like at this point, they're on the trajectory of sales are down. So how do we make our stockholders happy? We charge the crap out of the sellers, and we don't give them anything in return. So that's why people are upset. That's why a lot of people are upset, because it's a complete money grab. There's no way they can like mask this between like eBay's trying to help us and all that stuff. They're not trying to help us. They're just literally doing a money grab. So yes, I'm still promoting at 9%. To be honest, I'll probably keep it at 9% throughout the Christmas season. I was going to drop it, but I don't know. I'm probably just going to keep it the same. I've been talking about going back and forth. I think I'm going to keep it the same. Somebody, boom. I think Trisha, you just sold your last hanger, right? What's your most willing to pay for Brooks Brothers blazer? That's a good question, Hype. That all depends on what exact blazer we're talking about. If it's a Brooks Brothers Laurel Piana gold button blazer, I'm going to pay more for that than I would just like a Brooks Brothers vintage blazer that I probably won't pick up at all. So it really depends on what the actual blazer is. There's lots of nuances when it comes to that kind of stuff. eBay is a business and they want to make the most money they can. Yes, they're just like us. So what I think eBay is going to do is actually push sellers to other platforms. Right now, Whatnot is crushing eBay. That's why eBay is charging more in fees, because a lot of the eBay sellers that used to sell a bunch on eBay are now moving their business over to Whatnot. So because of that, eBay's like, crap, we're losing money. We gotta push the fees. We gotta raise the fees on the sellers. But that's just going to push more sellers to go over to Whatnot. The end goal, the end all is eBay's going to chase off all of its really good sellers, especially people with social media following. Like, it just makes no sense to not sell on Whatnot if you have a social media following. It just doesn't. So can't do that with eBay. Can't say the same thing with eBay. All right, next up, Levi's jeans. Really good pair of Levi's jeans right here, just basic, but they're brand new with tags. They sold for full asking price, $34.99 plus shipping, and this is one that I'll show you on eBay. So if you're watching on TikTok, go over to I'll show you on the screen, not on eBay, on the screen, on eBay. Go to Facebook or YouTube to watch this part if you want to. These are actually going overseas, as you can see right here. These are going to Glendale Heights, Illinois, which is eBay's global shipping center. So basically, I'm shipping these to them, and they're going to ship them overseas for me. So this weighs, let's see how much this weighs. Probably 2 pounds, right? I actually weigh 3 pounds. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. So I'm going to raise this up to 3 pounds. Throw them in the bag real quick. And then I'll show you on screen how much you can save with Shippo shipping these out. And then after you see the savings, you're going to be like, oh, I want to sign up for that platform, because you might as well save some money, right? So 3 pounds on this one. It's going to ship for $8.85 via Ground Advantage, $8.85. So now we're going to go over to Shippo for the same exact order. Replace, boom, boom. Okay, so this is the same exact order. Levi's jeans, as you can see, $34.99 gives me all my fee breakdown too, which is nice. And then this is going to go into a 2 to 3 pound bag. And as you can see, Ground Advantage, once this pops up, it is going to go, this is what the buyer paid completely for the eBay international shipping too. That's pretty nice to see. It's going to cost me $7.92 to ship. So I'm going to save almost $1 shipping these out on Shippo. Same exact dimensions, except on Shippo, use the bag method, so it's just length and width. And as soon as I print this label out, it automatically goes right to my eBay account, so I don't have to worry about copy and pasting, and I saved $1. So that's how easy it is to save $1 shipping out orders. And again, if you use my code, I'm gonna throw it in the chat here really quick. If you use my code, you save, you get $25 for free towards your shipping labels after you spend 25 bucks. So you can probably spend 25 bucks today if you haven't shipped yet, and then get that free 25. So might as well just go get that free money. Shippo better than Pirate Ships, similar rates, but somebody somebody actually messaged me and said they've been saving more on Shippo than they have on Pirate Ship. So what I would say is give it a try. The only difference is with Shippo, with Pirate Ship, you don't get free 25 after you spend 25. So are sales slow? My sales are fine. Just keep listing. That's what I would say. I threw it in the chat on Facebook and YouTube, the link. So click that link. Go test out Shippo for free. If you're watching this on TikTok, go to my link tree in my bio. It's the very first link. Sign up. Again, you can ship 30 orders for free. You don't need a monthly plan to ship out 30 orders every single month. You can do that. And then if you like it, you can subscribe for 20 bucks a month, and then you get like unlimited shipping. So if you ship a whole bunch every month, you can sign up for the shipping. So can I use Shippo with District? Absolutely, you can. Shippo, you don't have to use with a specific platform. You can always just purchase your labels and copy paste them like you do right now with Pirate Ship, Trisha, but that's the way to do it right there. He said, Tommy Bahama sells for you. What things do you look for? Thanks. So right now, Tommy Bahama is going to fall off a little bit because Tommy Bahama sells in the summertime. I try to pick up silk, linen, or silk linen blend Hawaiian shirts, or Hawaiian shirts with like really, really good patterns. Disney collabs, things like that. MLB or NFL collabs, those kind of shirts sell really well. So can I get one of the wooden hangers? I think the link said it was sold out. Most likely it's sold out then, unfortunately. It might be sold out. They're pending in people's carts. It holds claim for 15 minutes. Okay, so that's pending in people's carts. So there's a couple people that have, they claimed them, but they haven't purchased. So there's a good chance they might come back available. People just haven't purchased them yet. So give it a little bit and see if some of those pending come back available again. But you have to be watching the listing. So I would be refreshing on that listing, because as soon as they become available again, they'll probably sell out. So yeah, give it a try today. Give it a try. All right, let's ship out the next order. I'm going to go through these pretty quick. Let's do this one. No, not that one. This one next, which is a simple Ralph Lauren shirt, men's size 16 and a half. This one sold for $22.99 plus ship. That's a full price sale. No offers or anything like that. Full price over on that one. How do you set up polybag instead of box on Shippo? Go to your shipping settings, and when you're setting up the shipping settings, there is a checkbox for box and there's a checkbox for polybag. You check the polybag, you create your specific dimensions for it. So mine is like 9 by 11, and then you save that as like a weight class. So for example, I have one set for 1 to 2 pounds. So anything between 1 to 2 pounds ships out for a 2-pound rate. If you don't know, 1.5 pounds is the same as 2 pounds when you're shipping Ground Advantage. It doesn't make a difference in the price and shipping. So I set up certain weight classes. I'll show you the weight classes here in a second. So these are the weight classes I have. I'll show you guys this too. Hold on. These are the weight classes I have. So I have a 4-pound weight class, a 2 to 3 pound weight class, 1 to 2 pound weight class, 1 to 4 ounces, 5 to 8 ounces, 13 to 15 ounces, 12 to 9 ounces. All of those are the weight classes on the post office. If you ship a 3-pound ounce or 3-ounce bag, it's the same as shipping a 4-ounce bag. There's no difference in price. 5 to 8 ounces is all the same price. 13 to 15 ounces, the same price. 9 to 12 ounces, same price. So I have my weight classes set up. Those are custom dimensions. So like for example, this bag right here is 8.6 ounces. So that rounds up to 9 ounces. I'm going to click on 9 ounces, and then it's just going to automatically give me my rates over here. So make shipping like really fast if you have everything already pre-set up, ready to go. Pre-set up, ready to go. This one's going to ship out for $5.86. Go to link and try now. The 2 just refreshed. There's 2 available. So if you go to the link on District or go to my Instagram, or if you've already got the link and you're trying to purchase but it said sold out, there's 2 available on District right now. Last 2, they're basically sold out. She had 21 available just about an hour ago, and they're almost gone. Somebody just claimed one of them on Instagram, so there's 1 left. There's 1 singular one left. Where can I get the listing for the hangers? Good morning. Go to my Instagram page, quick. Instagram, go to my stories, type claim in my stories. You'll get an automatic checkout link. The next person to do it is going to get the reserve, though. And you get to reserve it for 15 minutes. It's a pretty cool little thing District does. So have you ever seen those posts that I post with Trisha's hangers? All you have to do is type claim in the chat, and it'll automatically send you a checkout link straight to your DMs. And that reserves that item for 15 minutes, so you got some time to think about it, too. All right, next up. Another Ralph Lauren shirt. This is just a basic Ralph Lauren shirt. The last one just got claimed. Basic Ralph Lauren shirt, right? Yeah, this one sold for $22.99 plus ship as well. Basic tan Ralph Lauren shirt. These sit for a little bit. This one's been sitting for like 2 months, but I still pick these up as long as I can get them cheap. I'll grab them. Even the basic ones will sell as long as you're willing to wait. Love District. Hope the platform really goes. I do too. Somebody just tried to claim it. Smiles for free. I see you trying to claim them. I think they're reserved though. I think you missed it by a hair. As soon as Trisha has more available, if these 2 sell out, as soon as Trisha has more available, I'll make another post. But you got to be quick, and we never know when Trisha has them available. So you got to just be waiting on my Instagram, Facebook. I kind of like doing it this way, where it's like a surprise. You just got to be fast. All right, that one shipped. Boom, boom. All right, next up, by the way, I'm loving this Jaden's printer. I love this thing. This thing is amazing. It's faster than a Dymo when it spits out labels, that's for sure. All right, what do I got? There's a Polo Ralph Lauren Navy 2XL Polar Zip sweater. This is this thing right here. Lots of sweaters and jackets have been selling, so all of these are not in inventory. She'll have 4 more tomorrow, by the way. That's what she just texted me. This is a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren, just a nice fleece sweater. This one sold for $45 plus shipping. Nice sale right there. So be on the lookout for these. This looks like a basic one, but it's true vintage, and that's why you'll get a little bit of extra moolah for them. A little bit of extra moolah. I do need a big bag for this though. Actually, do I have I need like a medium-sized bag. I guess I'll just use one of these. I can always order more of these if I run out. Da-da-da. Slide this in. And then I'll need a big bag too. Like I said, I love these bags. Nice and easy to store things with them or to ship stuff out. I use these all the time with Whatnot orders. Do you buy from the district page or Trisha's page next time they're up? You buy from district. District is where they are available. It's listed. It's listed on district. It's our wholesale platform. So that's where Trisha lists them. So go to lystit.net, lystit.net, and create an account if you haven't already. And then as soon as they become available, you basically can just check out. You don't have to worry about like waiting in line or anything like that, or like putting in your information or reserving it. You can just hop on the listed platform and purchase it. It's gonna be 1 to 2 pounds. And this one is gonna ship out for $6.15. Let's go. Nice little purchase price right there. Yes, Trisha just put the link in the chat too, over on Facebook. lystit.net is how you get over there. I can put it in the chat too in a second, whenever this gives me my label. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there we go. She put it over on YouTube too for you. So click on that link, sign up. We probably will have some wholesale dropping here pretty soon on listed as well. We're going to sell some of the North Face on Whatnot, North Face Patagonia, and then we'll have some North Face Patagonia bales available on Whatnot or on listed for you to purchase. So be on the lookout for those. Another jacket sold, another Polo Ralph Lauren jacket too. These have been flying for me because it's that time of year. Another older label on that one. Hey, another hanger just sold. Another older label on that one. This is like a Polar Tech jacket, solid red with the hood in the back. This one sold for $42 plus shipping. $42 plus shipping. And again, this is just going to go into a big clear bag and then into one of those big giant poly bags. It's the best way to ship these out. The next one might just have to go right into a poly bag because I'm out of the, actually I probably do have more of the big clear bags somewhere, but I'm not going to look for them. All right. Boom, boom. Slide this in. Ship this out. Okay. Looks like that. I'm going to grab one of these big bags. And this will go right into here. And that's how it looks. Big old bag. That one's 3 ounce or 3 pounds, not 3 ounces. I wish it was 3 ounces. And that one's going to ship out for $7.17. Let's see what this would have been on eBay for the same exact thing. Orders awaiting shipment. This would have been 3 pounds. $7.71. I saved a little over 50 cents shipping this out with Shippo. This person must live really, really close. Where do they live? They live in Middletown. Middletown. Purchase. Confirm purchase. Easy shipping. And we'll do some easy orders after this real quick. Have you ever Jaden's printer? Have you not had a Jaden's printers so wild? It's the economical goat. No, Ben. So I had a Dymo before this. I've had a Dymo for years and years, and my Dymo finally like started to crap out on me. So I decided to change it up and use a Jaden's. I heard a lot of good things about them, especially on TikTok because they're like really known on TikTok. So I decided to switch it up and buy one, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna go try to get the free labels from UPS here probably within the next week or so, and get a whole mess of those so that I can get a whole bunch of free labels. Next up, let's do this one next. Cool. It's a short sleeve too. I know it's not in season, but short sleeves are still selling for me. This one sold for $24.99 plus ship. It's the cool with the pearl snaps on the front. You can see a little pearl snap right there going all the way through. Nice little pickup. Sold for $24.99 again plus shipping. Like nice little bread and butter sale. I'm still listing some short sleeves. I said this before, I'll say it again. Short sleeves will still sell in the wintertime, but they just won't sell as fast as they were in the summertime. Silly question, do you know if there is a user setup tutorials on how to use eBay as well as other selling platforms? Did you teach it yourself? You can go on YouTube and type in exactly what you're searching for. So how to ship on eBay. There's probably tons of tutorials on eBay on how to ship on eBay. Then your next question, how to list on eBay, so on and so forth. And just go through and watch those videos. A lot of what I learned is self-taught. So like if I wanted to learn how to ship, I just shipped and I made a mistake. And then I learned from that mistake and I shipped again. And then I didn't make a mistake. And I kept doing it over and over again and didn't make many mistakes. And then I made a mistake again and then I learned from that mistake. So that's how I learned, pretty much self-taught. But if you want to, don't ever pay for a guide or a course or anything like that. Just go to YouTube and type in exactly what you're looking for and watch those videos. That's what I would say. You can get all the information you want to learn for free on the internet from other people. Learn from the mistakes of others. And then of course come to these lives and ask questions too. If you have a specific question, you see me on live or you see Surfs on live or you see Chris on live, come to our lives and just ask us. We'll always answer it for you. Next up, Tommy Bahama. This is a Tommy Bahama like printed polo. So I picked these up at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. These sat for a while. They didn't sell for some reason. And then I just sold one on Posh, I think 2 days ago. And then randomly this one sold on eBay. So somebody must have been watching this and seen that the other one sold and was like, crap, I got to buy this. I got to buy this as quick as I can. So that's what they did. They bought it. So that's my last one. Got those at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I think I want to say I paid like 15 or 20 bucks for them. I can't remember. It was in my TJ Maxx and Marshalls video. So go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. How do we get the free UPS labels? I got to look up. There's a guide video on TikTok on how to do it. It's a little complicated, but you can go through and create I think it's a business account through UPS, and then they'll give you like so many labels for free. But instead of being super easy now, it's actually hard to find the actual page to get them. So I don't know right now, but once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. List all my inventory. I have 300 plus items not listed. You should get those listed. You should get those listed. We actually just had that same issue, but now we're back down to basically we have a stack of sweaters over here that we need to list, and then like a pile of bins over there from when we moved, but a lot of that stuff's going to go on Whatnot. So once we're done with that side, this whole area will be nice and opened up again because we're getting pallets and stuff delivered, so I got to get that. How much are the hangers? Hangers are sold out, but they are 50 bucks. 50 bucks for the flatline hanger. It's this right here. There's no more available. They are all sold out. She sold 21 of them today. Really good, high quality hanger. You don't have to worry about your items getting snagged or anything like that. Very, very high quality. I've had this one for over a year. I dropped the other one and broke this little piece off, and then I bought another one off Trisha. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I bought this off you, Trisha. But yeah, this is what you're buying, and then this helps with taking photos. It broadens the shoulders. It's not your typical hanger. It's like a longer hanger, so it makes your items look good while they're being hung up. Love the hanger. Yeah, 50 plus ship. I'm trying to figure out if you're hot or cold. Short sleeve beanie. I knew that you would be the first one to mention that, by the way, Surfs. I knew it was going to be you. Out of everybody, I knew it was going to be you. It's Florida, okay? My head is cold, but my body is warm. If you lived here, you would know. You just don't know because you don't live here. So don't come up here and bother me, okay? I'm trying to do work here. Anyways, Ralph Lauren plaid shirt. Just a basic plaid Ralph Lauren shirt. This one sold for $20.70 plus ship. That's a nifty sale. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. Yeah, you probably forced money on me knowing your money's no good here. I probably did. I think I did buy it off of you. I can't remember. I think you tried to give it to me for free, and I was like, no, I'm buying it. I think that's how it worked. That's just what I do. Well, the sticky won't come off. There it goes. All right, 2070 basic Ralph Lauren shirt. Somebody asked earlier what my top selling brands are. As you can see, we've sold quite a few Ralph Lauren pieces just in the last 2 days. Top selling brand for me. Shout out Surfs. I guess I got to give him a little shout out because he's the one who got me on the Ralph Lauren train. Speaking of Ralph Lauren, right after this, we have another Ralph Lauren that we got to ship out. How are you feeling? It's your cold going. I think you said. I think you meant cold. Is my child going away? Sometimes I wish. Sometimes I wish we could get some peace and quiet. But no, my cold is. I'm feeling a lot better. I feel like I'm at the tail end of it. I just got like a stuffy nose and. But no more headache. No more like I'm not like feeling like lethargic or anything like that like I was the other day. Definitely feeling a lot better. But my voice, it's my voice now. Usually it goes from my head to my chest, and that's usually when it ends. So, smiles, you got the last one. Let's go. Ralph Lauren shirt, another basic red Ralph Lauren shirt, but this one's special. This one's, if you look at that little tag, I don't know if you can see it right there, but it says 100% linen. Those are the ones you're going to look for. 100% linen, 100% silk. They'll sell for a little bit more than your average everyday one. This one sold for $29.99 plus ship, and I just listed this the other day, so quick sale. Quick little sale. What's up, Mom? Mom's buying more ish in the chat. Quick sale. Love the quick sales whenever you can get them. I probably priced this one a little bit lower. I probably could have got like 32 to 35, but to be honest, I'm in the mood of moving inventory, so I only paid $5 for that shirt. So I'll take the in and out the door method. I found a down feather Abercrombie and Fitch coat at the last estate sale for like nothing. I was going to list it before I leave for vacation ASAP. I think you should. Abercrombie is one of those hidden brands that kind of like J. Crew. You don't pick up everything, but like a down jacket, especially the down jackets with like the fur, like faux fur hoods, I would definitely grab those anytime I find them, especially really, really cheap. If you got a estate sale, you probably paid next to nothing for it. So those are something I would grab. I actually sold, last one of those I found, I sold on Whatnot Dora, by the way. Business donations for tax write-off at Goodwill season soon. They donated a ton last year. There you go. There you go for anybody who needs that information in the chat. All right, next order. I'm going to do a little comparison again because I know I'm going to get a better rate on this one. So we're going to go over to eBay. Selling. Orders. Awaiting shipment. All right. So right here, Willis and Geiger, by the way. You guys saw this in the video the other day. I listed these last night. And there's a lot of people in that video are saying like pleated pants. Nobody's going to buy pleated pants, blah, 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 blah. These will sell because of the brand. This brand is no longer produced. Listed it, sold it in one day for 55 bucks. So shipping this will cost me wait, hold on. How much does this weigh? Yeah, we're good. $7.72. This person actually lives really, really close, so the savings won't be astronomical, but I will still save more on shipping these on Shippo than I will on eBay. So let's see. So $7.72. We're going to hop over to Shippo, and we're going to see how much we're going to save on this. So 1 to 2 pounds. 1 to 2 pounds, and this one's going to ship out for $7.42. So 30 cents saving. I know it's not a huge savings, but you still save 30 cents just shipping these on Shippo. It doesn't take you any extra time. The only reason I took extra time for me is because I had to show you that it was cheaper on, more expensive on eBay than it is Shippo. But usually you can just go right off this page and hit buy, purchase your label, $7.42, ship that out. So again, if you haven't tried Shippo, I threw the link in the chat earlier, so go check out that link, try it. You can ship 30 items. Don't need a subscription every single month. And then after you use it, if you like it and you run out of that 30 and it's the beginning of the month, you can sign up for the subscription, which is 20 bucks a month. So if you're already saving more than 20 bucks a month and you still have a ton to ship, use it. If not, you're at the end of the month and you've used your 30, then just wait till the next month and do another 30 and save money on those. But usually it's always heavier items like this. Anything over a pound, 1, 2, 3, 5 pounds, those items you're going to save more on Shippo than you are on eBay. The stuff under a pound, usually it's pretty much the same as eBay rates. You pay about the same. So give it a try. Give it a try. Sucks being sick. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah. Oh man, the Whatnot show the other day. I mentioned it on Monday when I was on live. You guys don't. I was this close to canceling that show. I tried never to cancel a show, but I'm feeling so crappy. So crappy. So crappy. Black Preppy Ralph Lauren looks good. Willis and Geiger is just a huge cherry on top. Yep. A lot of people, they don't understand. It's the brand. Just because they don't wear the style doesn't mean it's not in style. Like I don't wear pleated stuff, but pleated stuff is in style. Pick it up if you find it. Ralph Lauren pleated pants. Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of my Ralph Lauren like older style pleated pants, especially ones I've got from bulk buys like a while ago and I started listing, have been moving really, really well. Last sale we're going to ship out is this shawl Polo Ralph Lauren sweater. It's a good one. Polo Ralph Lauren shawl neck sweater. This one we just listed too just recently. I used Nifty to list this one too. It sold really fast. Sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Nice little sale. This is going to go. I'm just going to probably stick this right into, actually I might be able to fit this in a clear bag. Let me see if I can get a big one. I need a big boy clear bag. Where are they at? There we go. This will work. This is like my mid-size clear bags. I got really big ones. I got medium-sized ones, and then I have these, which are like right in between both. They fit really good with these bigger sweaters. I do need to buy poly bags that are right in between too, because this specific sweater isn't going to fit into a poly bag that I have. It's going to fit into the big poly bag, which is kind of a waste. Maybe it'll fit. Actually, it probably will fit into a smaller one. Yeah, I think I can get this to fit. We'll squeeze this in. We'll squeeze it in. But I do plan to make a video, by the way. You guys are going to see that Willis & Geiger. If you're watching the live, unfortunately, you're going to see it again because I am making a follow-up video to that pickup. And I'm going to put a lot of those comments in the chat or in the video, the people that are saying, those will never sell. Put those in the video. Oh yeah, this is going to be a tight fit. You have to be careful not to break the bag. You have to just move each side slowly so the bag doesn't break. And then unfortunately you get a little air pocket in the bottom, so you have to like push that air pocket out. We almost got it though. I'm a professional. I'm a pro. And I got to pop a hole in the top of this bag to let all the air out. And then if I can get it to fit, there we go. Now I don't have to waste one of those bigger bags because I really don't want to have to waste one of those on this sweater. All right, there we go. Boom, easy peasy. All right, that one's gonna ship out probably for 3 pounds, I'm gonna say. Yeah, 3 pounds. Again, this is one of those orders that I'm definitely going to save money on Shippo as opposed to shipping it out on eBay. For example, this is going to cost me $7.92 to ship out on Shippo, and it's going to cost me orders awaiting shipment. This is going to cost me $8.85 if I were to ship this on eBay. So I'm saving almost $1 just shipping this on Shippo. Just order my label on Shippo. How much do you figure eBay charges percentage every sale? I figure 20 to 23%, including promotion rate. And the fact that they add sales tax, what promo rate to use? I use 9% right now. So yes, it just depends on your promotion rate, how much they're charging you in fees. Mine would be actually a little over 20% is what I get charged in fees. Just all depends on your promotion rate. Why do you use tape and not seal itself? Because this is a bigger package. So the seal was like at the very end. So usually I don't add tape to these, but just for extra protection on this one, since it is kind of stuffed, you can see how thick and stuffed that is. I add that little tape on the back end. But like usually when I'm shipping these out, I don't use any tape. See, no tape on that one. Just the ones that are like right at the top that are barely sealed, I'll throw some tape on them. All right, chat. I'm starting to learn about various ties now. I found unique ties with lesser brands are good, $15 sale. Nice. Yeah, there's lots of people that sell all tie stores. I was actually researching some the other day just to get some ideas, researching some tie stores. But that's it, chat. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to ship these out. Mailman should be here pretty soon. And then I got to wait by my phone because supposedly we're getting a pallet delivered today. It was supposed to be here on Monday, but I guess it got pushed till today. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're checking my Instagram stories for updates on the pallet so you can see exactly what's coming in because it's all going to come to Whatnot. It's going to be really, really good stuff. So should be fun. I have a little short coming out today. Again, follow up on the Willis & Geiger sale. You guys have already seen it, but other people haven't. So I'm going to put that out. And then Whatnot show tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have some really good stuff in that show, like really good stuff. We're just going to throw a bunch of bangers in that show. So down jackets, we have Patagonia, we're going to be throwing in that show, like just random good stuff. So make sure you come out to it. Here's an Orvis, really nice Orvis vest. Should probably be an eBay item, but you guys can have it for really cheap on Whatnot. What else do we have in here? More Patagonia. This is all like pre-Patagonia stuff that we're just going to move before we get the big shipment of Patagonia in. So make sure you bookmark the show. Come on out. This whole rack and probably another rack is going to be full. We're going to do super fast sales because it's all my stuff. So I can have a lot of fun with it. I can just move it really, really quick. I don't really have to worry about, it's not consignment, so I don't have to worry about making the consigners happy. I can just sell it all and make some room. That's our goal. We actually just cleaned out underneath the desk, which is great because this desk has had stuff under it since we moved in, and now it's completely uncovered. I'm going to throw a code in the chat too. If you've never signed up for Whatnot, also on TikTok, it's linked in my bio. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, if you've never signed up, click that link down below. You'll get $15 to spend absolutely free. There's no catches. You can use it on my show. You can use it on any show at all. But sign up, get your free $15, and then come out to the show on Thursday. That's all I got for you guys.